Hello, and welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon, and I am one of your hosts, and the other host is my best pal, Angelica. Angelica, hello.
Hello, how are you, Shannon?
I'm okay. My mouth hurts really bad. I burned it eating Korean barbecue last night, so I hope that I can talk okay, because I can't feel my tongue or my lips at all.
Well, you sound fine.
Okay, great. Perfect. Then we can do it. Okay, so today's episode is going to be about, how do we even categorize this? Collaborators, independent artists that often show up.
Featured artists, I think. They're just names that are successful artists in other genres of Korean music that sometimes will appear in K-pop songs.
Yes, perfect. Okay, yeah. So everybody that we'll be talking about today, does have a career of their own, and they're all worth checking out. Mm-hmm. But we're going to focus on,
these are all artists that are successful in, R&B and hip-hop genres of K-pop, or of Korean music. They're not K-pop. They're not idols. It's a completely different...
Yes. It's
music
a different
industry, essentially.
And plenty of them have said, they don't consider themselves to be K-pop artists, so...
Yeah, and, to be an idol is, a very specific thing that's different from just being, a musician. And so these are R&B and hip-hop musicians on a variety of different labels that will... Every once in a while, if you listen to K-pop, you've probably heard their names before. So we picked, the top 10 names that you might come across in listening to a variety of idols.
Yeah.
There are definitely more than the ones on this list.
Oh, sure.
We're just going to talk about 10
the
of
ones
them.
that when we scrolled our own iPods, the people
we
that
found
came up. All right, so let's get started.
Yeah.
You did the majority of the research for today's episode like a good little girl, so I'll let you take the lead on this if you want.
Oh, that's okay. We can just go back and forth.
Okay.
I'll talk about... Oh, let me go first because then I can talk about my favorite one, which is number 3.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I'll start with Esna. She's the only lady on our list, and her real name is Esther Narayun. Mm-hmm. She's a singer and a songwriter with, what is her company?
I have Rainbow Bridge.
Oh, yeah, Rainbow Bridge World. It's the same company as Mamamoo. So she's a singer and a songwriter, and so she mostly has, a lot of songwriting credits. She has, a jazzy... deep vocal style. And so she's written a lot of Mamamoo songs. And she wrote another song that we're going to mention later on called Some. And she's featured on Mamamoo's Gentleman and also Ah-Oo.
Look at my eyes, look at my lips, look at my neck, just look, don't touch. Look at the way I will walk it out. From side to side, just look, don't touch. Everywhere I go, I get the feeling. 그가 뜨거운 시선들 서서히 다가오는 my little monster. 딱 거기까지.
That was Esna in Ah-Oop
Yes.
from Mamamoo's first album, I think.
No, I want to say it was the second album.
Okay.
It was early on, though.
Yeah.
And we've seen Esna before because when we saw Mamamoo, she came along as their interpreter, host, MC for their,
our very first K-pop show ever was a fan meet for Mamamoo here in LA. It was the first time that they had ever come to LA, and she was the host.
Because she's from LA.
She's from LA. She studied music at UCLA and then moved to Korea in 2011. She debuted with an EP called Esna the Singer on October 2015. But she's mostly a songwriter.
Yeah. I think she was also, I could be wrong, but I think based on things I was watching, I think she also did MC duties at KCON New York this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like she has
because she's good at that.
Yeah, she does a lot of emceeing because she speaks English and Korean, and she's very charming.
Yes, totally. She's great. Yeah, Esna.
That was Esna.
All right. Next on my list, this is a dude singer. His name is Dean. His real name is Kwon Hyuk. But he's like an alternative R&B singer, songwriter, producer type. His company is called Jumbas Co. Limited.
Yep. Never heard of it before.
And something interesting about Dean is that he debuted in the U.S. before he debuted in Korea. He had a single in July 2015 called I'm Not Sorry with Eric Bellinger. Does that sound right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
And Eric Bellinger is a name that I think at least Dean has collaborated with several times. I feel like he shows up on my phone more than once.
Yeah, and that song's like entirely in English. It's like a U.S. debut. Yeah. But then his Korean debut was a song called Pour Up featuring Zico of Block B. And that was later in 2015. He's written a lot of songs. Like he wrote EXO's Black Pearl and he wrote Vix's Voodoo when he was only 18 years old, I have written here.
Yeah, he started writing songs before he made either of his debuts, US or Korean. And so, by the time he was 18, he had both of those credits under his belt.
And one of his like biggest K-pop collabs that's separate from himself is Taeyeon's Starlight.
You are my starlight. 내 맘을 비춰. 함께 있으면 온종일 꿈꾸는 기분. You are my starlight. 참 행복해져. 선물 같아.
I love that song.
Yeah, we've definitely brought that song up before.
A lot of times because I really love it. Dean is I really like and appreciate Dean as a solo artist. I've like really enjoyed so much of his music. Some of it I hate.
Some of it is very fuckboyish.
Yeah.
I should say.
There was literally, he put out a song last year that I like loved the song the first time I heard it because like the first verse he says like, I'll love you if you let me, baby. And like, oh, that's nice. And then the third verse, he changes it to, I'll fuck you if you let me. And I was like, hey, that's harsh. I didn't like it. And he also, I don't know, he's become very, very artsy in a way I kind of can't deal with. Like, he started out as like a very clean cut, very handsome, extremely handsome, just like singer boy who was like wearing big jackets and little baseball caps and like being cute. Now he has a blonde, permed, like baby ponytail thing. He has a neck tattoo. He wears a bottom grill. And he always has a cigarette behind his right ear. And his
Whoa, I have not seen a picture of Dean in a long time. I did not know that.
Yeah, and his whole Instagram is like the most artsy thing
I don't follow him
I've
on
ever
Instagram.
seen. Dean TRBL, if you want to follow him on Instagram. It's a trip. But he's definitely changed a lot as an artist in the couple years he's been around. So,
But
it's
he's never
intriguing.
had an innocent persona in his artistry because like I'm Not Sorry curses I think like, right off the bat.
It's not like that he was like but he just like used to look different.
Fair enough.
All.
He's changed his literal image.
Yeah, and I'm very excited. I won't get to see him probably, but next weekend, or it will have happened by the time this episode comes out. But our dance team is performing at a Korean festival in LA, and we go on stage like right before Dean goes on stage. So it's kind of exciting.
Yeah,
but the Dean part of the show costs money, so they're gonna kick us all out. I'm not gonna get to see him, but still,
you'll share a stage, and that's something.
Yeah, so he's a very good. He sings like an angel, and stay tuned later in the episode for a Dean rec from me. But
yeah, I was gonna ask because I mean I haven't kept up with him. Both literally haven't looked at his Instagram, and also like I haven't kept up with his music. Since changing his image so drastically, has his music style changed, or does he still kind of make the same like smooth, sexy R&B?
No, it's gotten a little experimental, a little weird. Not alienatingly so, because he is like such a beautiful singer. It just kind of can't be
taken away.
But he, one big thing that happened to Dean this year is, I guess one of the times that BTS was in LA recently, some armies saw Justin Bieber. And there's video of it, and they were like talking to Justin. They were having a conversation with Justin Bieber, and then he was like, "Oh, you guys like K-pop? Like, I heard a K-pop song for the very first time last night. Have you ever heard Instagram by Dean?" And like Justin Bieber was like saying it's the only K-pop song he's ever heard, and it was so dope, and he like loved it so much. So Dean got a bunch of attention, like from Justin Bieber recently.
Strange.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that song or heard of it. And I don't think Dean considers himself to be a K-pop star.
He doesn't, but
Yeah, he
I guess
definitely doesn't. But whatever. Shout out from Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, next,
is
one of your
my
favorites.
favorite artists, Zion T. His real name is Kim Hae-sol, and he's an R&B singer which who's on the Black label, which is like a subsidiary of YG. He has a fantastic solo career.
Oh,
I
yes.
love Zion T.
Me too.
He's excellent. I have many of his albums. He debuted with a single called Click Me in April 2011. And he the first time I ever heard of him was when he was featured on Sean Young's song Deja Vu.
원래 난 자주자주 두리번거리지 그러다 보면 안녕 자기 모르는 여자들이 말을 걸곤 했지 와우 와우 소리를 질러서 난 와우 와우
Hey, show my deja vu. 나 분명 너 어디서 봤고 언제 본 건지
Oops, I let that one keep playing.
I
Forgot to go
love that
into it.
song so much. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that was the first time I ever heard of Zion T. And so, because I obviously already loved Jeon Young. So when he came out with that solo album, that was on Jeon Young's debut solo album.
Yes.
So then I immediately went and listened to Zion T. He has like a really distinctive voice.
Oh, yeah. I love his voice.
I love his voice. It's very like, it's not objectively beautiful, but it's like a very laid back, like calming voice to me. I don't know. I just love it. His first album that I bought was Red Light. It has a really great song on it with Gecko from Dynamic Duo. Zion T features on a lot of different songs. He works a lot with Dynamic Duo and G-Dragon. He was on a Psy song once, so he's all over the place, and I love him. He does a lot of like experimental genre fusions, I think, in his music. Like his Red Light album has a lot of reggae to undertones, and then his most recent album, is like very Brazilian.
I loved that album.
Oh, so beautiful.
It was really good.
Yeah.
There were really good songs on that album.
He has the kind of music that like stirs your soul.
Yes, we've talked about his song like "Eat" before, but like, goddamn, if you want me to cry real fast, like
in our music video episode, we talked about his song "Eat."
Yes.
which is just like a warm blanket.
Yeah, I also love like Young and No Makeup and Youngwon Bridge and like Zion T is great.
Zion T
everybody.
is great, and we'll mention him a lot as we continue going through this list because one pattern, because all of these artists sort of work in the same R&B hip hop genres, like they collaborate a lot with each other.
Yes.
So some of their best songs, in my opinion, or my favorite songs of theirs are ones that have like four of them on one song.
Yeah, a bunch. Most of these people tend to work with each other just as much as they work with like other artists. Okay, so next on the list is like another person that you've probably seen in a featuring bracket on your iPod is Crush. His real name is Shin Hyo-sub, and he is an R&B hip hop singer with Amoeba Culture Entertainment.
Yes.
His debut was in April 2014 with a single called Sometimes, but he had also released previous singles since 2012, like as a independent artist or whatever. He was featured on Taeyeon's Don't Forget, which won first place at Show Champion in 2016.
Yes, it did.
언젠가 남이 되어도 영영 닿을 수 없는 싹이 되어도 잊어버리지 마 잃어버리지 마 혹시나 다른 사람의 손 잡고 있어도 영영 닿을 수 없는 곳에 있어도 잊어버리지 마 잃어버리지 마.
Yeah, I feel like Crush is featured on so many songs that I really like. Like he has a song with Dean and a song with Zion T that are like in my top of like,
He has multiple songs with Zion T. Yeah, for sure. Crush is an artist that I really, really enjoy, but I don't have any songs that are like just his.
I'm completely unfamiliar with his solo work.
Yeah. But I love his
entirely.
voice, and I know that his solo work generally follows like a soft like R&B vibe, and I love it. He's a great singer.
Yeah. So that's Crush.
That's Crush. Next, we have an artist called Jungi Go. His real name is Go Jungi.
Yeah, so
he just flipped it together. He's a singer from Starship Entertainment, and I couldn't really. His Wikipedia said that he's been active since 2002, but like the earliest album I could find came out in 2008. It was an EP called Bye Bye Bye. He features on one of our favorite songs, which is a song that I just mentioned a little while ago. Esna wrote it. So that first artist we mentioned, she wrote a song called Some, which features Jungkook and Soyu from Sistar.
요즘 따라 내 거인 내 거 아닌 내 거 같은 너
네 거인 내 거 아닌 내 거 같은 나
이게 무슨 사이인 건지 사실 헷갈려
무뚝뚝하게 굴지마
연인인 듯 연인 아닌 연인 같은 너
나만 볼 듯 애매하게 날 대하는 너
때론 친구 같다는 말이 괜히 요즘 나 듣기 싫어
I love that song.
Yeah, that's such a good song.
It's such a good, like, it's just like classic K-pop. And when I was looking at the video today, so many of the comments are like, new K-pop fans don't know this song. Like, anyone who doesn't know this song, like, can't participate.
well, now you all know that.
So now
song,
you all know
you
it.
are all able to participate.
It is very good.
It's very good. Jungkook also has a couple other songs that feature like he has a song "Let Me Love You" with Chanyeol, but that's a song that's actually like it's a Jungkook song that features
Chanyeol, other way around. Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he also has a very popular song called 24/7 or 247, I don't know. And that has Zion T, Crush, and Dean.
Yeah.
So as we mentioned, they all like to work together,
Yes.
and they make nice music together.
They do. Has he been on a Mamamoo track, or am I thinking of someone else?
He has been on a Mamamoo track. He's on oh shit, what is it?
Don't be happy.
No, that's Bumkey.
Oh, shoot. Getting ahead of myself. Friday night.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Good job.
There we go. I knew it. I knew there was another one that he shows up on
Yeah.
on the screen a lot as
He has
in
a
the
lovely
parentheses. Yeah, so that's Jungkook.
Next.
Next is Bumkey, who I
Yeah.
prematurely mentioned.
That's okay, because you can mention him now.
Okay, so Bumkey's real name is Kwonki Boom, and he is an R&B rapper with Brand New Music is the name of the company. He debuted in 2010 in a duo called Two Wins or Two
Twins?
Wins. Oh, Twins. I see.
I think that's what it's supposed
That
to
makes
be.
sense.
But it's spelled with a 2, like the number 2, WIN, capital S.
Yeah. Interesting. Then in 2013, he had a solo single called Bad Girl. And then in 2014, he joined a hip hop quartet called Troy.
Apparently that quartet still exists.
Okay.
But he continues to make solo music as well.
Yeah. This also says that pre his debut, he worked with Dynamic Duo and Epic High, who were like big hip hop, K-hip hop people.
Groups. We've mentioned Dynamic Duo
Yeah.
several times.
And then he lost his ability to speak after vocal cord surgery and had to take 2 years to get his singing voice back. That's very crazy.
I know. I was really surprised. But he had been like already a featured artist on several like people's tracks and was like ready to debut and then had to take some time to get his voice back.
But yeah, I have a long list of like K-pop collabs here, like Special Girl with Infinite H, Don't Be Happy with Mamamoo,
I love that song.
How Much Is Your Love with Weesung and Jessie, and Love Line with Hyolyn and Jooyoung. And I'm going to play a clip from a song that I really like by Gayan from the Brown Eyed Girls called Fuck You.
이제 나를 알잖아 어른다운 사랑을 원해 깊게 고민하지 마 이미 너무 사랑하잖아
미안하지만 Fuck you Don't wanna know
Yeah, that's a good song, but
I love that song.
Warning on the music video.
Yeah, it is Bumkey's like most viewed music video. Gayan is from Brown Eyed Girls, but this music video is about an abusive relationship, and so like there is a rape scene in it.
Yes.
It's a very, very upsetting music video, but I do really enjoy this
Yes.
song. Like just listening to the song, it's delightful. in like a, not like a happy way, but you know
Right.
what I mean.
No,
Like,
totally.
the guitar is really beautiful. Bumkey has a great singing voice, and it's like catchy.
It's a very interesting song, and I've always really liked it. But yeah, just a warning if you want to look the music video up. Disturbing content ahead.
yeah.
But yeah, that's Bumkey. He's around a lot.
Yes, he. If you watched any of that Chinese show that Minghao and June and Yenan were on, Bumkey is listed as a producer on like every single song that they do. He's a songwriter and composer and producer that has a hand in like a lot of music.
Yeah.
He's prolific.
For sure.
Next is 10 centimeter. This, I feel like we've mentioned that 10 centimeter before when we talked about that lackluster performance that featured
Chanyeol and Rose and
Enda
everyone?
Twice.
Yeah.
Yes. So 10 centimeter was originally a duo, Kwon Jong-yeol and Yoon Jong. I don't know. Anyway, now it's only one person. One of the members left in 2017. They're an acoustic folk duo.
This is the most different of anybody we've
Yeah.
had on the list so far. For
Because
sure.
they are not
rappers
or like R&B. They are acoustic folk, and like they play with a full band, and they rely on a lot of guitars. The company they're with is called Magic Strawberry Sounds. Never heard of them before, but they have really nice music. They debuted in 2010 with 10 centimeter, the first EP. And they have a couple different songs. Which is the one that you're going to play?
I will play a clip right now from Doksugong Stonewall Walkway, which is featuring Yuna from Girls' Generation, and this was an SM Station track. Perfect.
달콤해 상큼해 너는 사탕 같아 짜릿해 아찔해 롤러코스터 같아 이쯤에서 파스타 어때 그리 멀지 않을 텐데 지금 바로 갈까 기분 어때 My girl my girl my girl 너랑 같네 My love my love my love 함께 이 길 두 손 꼭 잡고 걸어간대도 절대 헤어지지 않아 덕수궁 돌담길
Well, that's just pleasant as hell, isn't it?
SM Station is so pleasant. I love SM Station. The first song I ever heard 10 centimeter on was another SM Station song that he did with Chen called Bye Babe.
I love that
I
one.
stinking love that song. It's so lovely. They also did a song with Orange Caramel called The Hug Song, or just Hug Song.
Hug Song,
No,
yeah.
And a song with Soyu, who was the singer from Sistar that was in Some,
Yes.
called Lean on Me.
Yeah, she's also a collaborator. I feel like maybe sometime we could do an episode about K-pop artists who also then feature on other people's tracks in that same way. Yeah, so that was 10 centimeter.
That was 10 centimeter.
10 centimeter. I can talk. Okay, next on this list is Benzino.
Yes.
Benzino. Benzino.
Is it? I think it's pronounced Benzino.
Benzino.
Yeah.
But why so many E's? Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't know. But his real name is Lim Song Bin, and he's a rapper with Illionaire Records. His debut was in Doktu's 2011 concert. So that's kind of fun, like debuting at someone else's concert. And he's released 3 solo albums. This dude is everywhere. I'm going to play a clip because it was the most K-pop-y clip of this list. He was on another SM Station track with Boa. Well, that was a station?
Yeah.
Okay.
No matter what.
No matter what.
This one went to number 1.
If you Benzino, you gon' be like no matter what it takes 난 너와 함께 할때 비로소 완성되지 나는 너 아니면 안 돼 When I see you right there 너가 반이어도 반대 When I see you right next to me I feel like I'm flying Like I'm alive when I'm with you 너랑 다툰 다음에 난 풀 죽었어 심할 땐 가끔 저울도 들기도 했지만 진심은 아니었으면 하버 줘 너도 나와 같이 똑같다고 말해줘 마치 거울 보듯 no matter what we do 난 너가 아니면 완성 같아
What a cute video. It's like animated and it's very adorable.
It sounds like a card song to me.
Oh, it kind of does.
Yeah.
It's a weird song. But he's also in this like massive Epic High track from a couple years ago where it was like all the members of Epic High plus a bunch of other rappers. And it's like a 7-minute long song and everybody gets
and there's
like a verse.
Yeah, there's so many people in it. It's called Born Hater.
Yeah.
Benzino also collaborates a lot with like Zion T, Jungkook, and Bumkey. So you'll see those names overlap on a lot of their own like R&B tracks.
Unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know. The only thing I know about this guy is that he has a white girlfriend named Stephanie. And like that, it's just always interesting to me because he posts a million pictures of her on his Instagram because it's always just been like the absolute dichotomy of like or like how K-pop stars act and that like this guy is just a rapper so he doesn't have to hide his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, totally. No, that's true of really all of these artists actually that we've mentioned so far. Like some of them are already married, like whatever. They don't have to worry about having public relationships because they're not idols.
Yeah, so all these featured artists, they get to be free. They don't live in K-pop world.
Yeah, no, they live in the real world.
I also think he's in the military now.
Maybe.
I don't know. But anyway, that's Benzino.
Next, we have a guy named Verbal Jint. His real name is Kim Jin-tae. So that's where his stage name came from. He's a rapper and a producer with a company called Brand New Music, which we just mentioned. But he runs his own label within Brand New Music, which is called Other Side. And he's kind of like the father of Korean
I think
rap.
we've brought him up on the show in that exact context before.
Yes, we have brought him up also because he, in a song that I'll mention in a moment, has my favorite line of English in any Korean song.
Oh, right.
But so Verbal Jint, like he was originally one of the most famous and like popular underground rappers in Korea in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And then he debuted in 2001 with a solo album called, or like a mini album called Modern Rhymes. And basically before he came out with this album, Korean rap was just like speaking rhythmically and quickly, and it had no rhyme scheme because in order to like grammatically structure Korean into rhyming,
right,
like it's very difficult to do. So Korean rappers just like spoke quickly and rhythmically. And so Modern Rhymes, this album by Verbal Jint, created rhyme schemes in which he could accurately like change the grammatical structure of Korean in order to fit this like pattern. And so his method of rapping has like since become the standard for Korean hip hop. And so like all Korean rap nowadays like pretty much follows his way of rhyming things together. So he's a big deal.
Yeah.
And he features on a lot of different stuff. I think the most popular like K-pop collaboration, he features on Taeyeon's song I.
My life is so beautiful.
어디서 말이 들어본 이야기 미운 우리와 백조 또 날기 전에 나비 사람들은 몰라 너의 날개를 못 봐 지금 안에 세계라는 건 잔인할지도 몰라 But strong girl you know you were born to fly 네가 흘리는 무 네가 느낀 고통은 다 더 높이 날아보는 나를 위한 준비뿐 Butterfly everybody's gonna see it soon
Pictures on the sky.
Yeah, that was Taeyeon's debut solo song. And it's great.
Yes.
And
it's beautiful.
It's great. And it's funny. I think it's kind of funny though, like in the video, Taeyeon is like in these green hills and there's like massive like drone shots of her like walking. And then Verbal Jint is in a studio. They put some wibbly lights on his face.
Yep.
because like it's clearly shot very separately and somewhere else. Like we got to throw them in, but at least they throw them in. Like so many of these music videos that we pulled up, the featured artist isn't even there.
is not in there at all. They're just like you just hear their voice and they don't even pretend to appear. But yeah, Verbalgent also had Taeyeon feature as an artist on one of his songs, which is called "If the World Was Perfect." He's also collaborated with 10 Centimeter and with an artist that we brought up before named Ailey. They have a song together called "If It Ain't Love." He even collaborated with Sistar once. A song I don't know, but it's called Naughty Hands.
Ooh.
But my favorite appearance is on a Zion T song called Dupe, in which he says, "You're my lady, my master, my pimp, and I'll be your bitch tonight." And that's my favorite lyric
Ever.
of all time. Any song
Ever.
in any language, it's the best word
the best
set to
one.
music.
That's great. So yeah, Verbalgent, he's a legend.
Yeah. And
Know
he's,
that name.
He's a very handsome.
Yes.
Very handsome old
We
man.
haven't been saying how old everybody is, but he's 37.
He's 37 and he has really pretty curly hair.
Yes, his
and
hair is
he's-
beautiful.
He's real handsome.
Yeah.
I think he's married.
Probably. Okay. So we're already at our last artist.
one.
We're just moving through. Love it. His name is Loco.
Yes.
His real name is Kwon Hyuk-woo. And he's a rapper with AOMG, which is Jay Park's label, which we brought up recently as there are rumors circulating that's where Hyuna is going to go to AOMG. He debuted in 2012 with a single called See the Light. And Loco has like been around in the like
He's had quite a year so far.
yes, he really has. No, I'll just go through this list and then I'll play a clip.
Okay.
We talked about it in the Summer Jams episode, Can't Help Myself by Eric Nam has a verse with Loco. There's another great SM station with Baekhyun called Young that he's in. And then he did a show called Hyena on the Keyboard and did a song with Hwasa from Mamamoo called Don't Give It To Me.
Yes.
I'll get back to that in a moment. But here is a little clip of him on My Last with Jay Park.
눈이 자꾸 가는 빛나는 입마 나를 쳐다보며 위로 올라가는 잎과 긴 다리 위에 둘은 짧지 않은 치마 어딜 가든 손잡고 걸어 난 괜찮으니까 아침에 눈꺼풀보다 무거운 내 엉덩이가 벌떡 들어지는 이유 다른 여자 앞에서 보기보다 많이 두꺼운 내 얼굴이 쉽게 부러지는 이유 아직도 신기해 이런 상황이 첫 번째는 아니지만 진짜 마지막이 될 수 있을 것 같아 이건 내 가사지 무슨 말이냐면 나의 진짜 이야기 의심하지마 내 과거는 다 신경 쓰지마 지금 내일을 같이 준비하기에도 시간은 충분히 부족하니까 더는 신경 안 쓰여 너의 아는 오빠도 Hey you are so beautiful
Yeah, he works a lot with Jay Park.
Because they are on the same label.
Yes. He's also on Jay Park's All I Want to Do.
Yes, which is another Jay Park song that I like very much.
Yes. And I was torn because I wanted originally the clip for us to play to be the song he does with Hwasa, Don't Give It To Me, because it did go to #1. But since Jay Park's such a big deal, like that was his most viewed music video. So it's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that Hwasa
Now
song.
we have to talk about the Hwasa thing for a minute because, like, I didn't know this dude's name. Like, I had heard songs, and I guess I just like, you know,
I think I
it passed over
honestly only knew his name because of that SM Station song he did with Baekhyun.
right.
I think that was the first time I'd heard him.
But a bunch of news articles got written, and I became aware of his existence because I guess like sometime last year or whatever, he very publicly proclaimed his love for Hwasa on TV and was like, she's my biggest celebrity crush. Like, I love her. I'll do anything for her. Like, I love her. So then on this show, Hyena on the Keyboard, which is one of those as is the trend right now, one of those reality shows where famous people have to write songs very quickly and then
yeah,
perform
and like
them.
collaborate on a performance, kind of like The Call or
The
like
Call or-
Idol Room. I think no, not
no.
Idol Room. Oh, that's a Chinese show actually that I'm thinking of.
But what that one that Breakers was like that. Anyway, so on Hyena on the Keyboard, they purposefully paired him with Hwasa.
Yes.
And ooh, girl, they were so flirty, and the whole country was like, "I'm in love." and I love them, and I want them to be together.
Yeah, I hope that they are together. That song
She
is so
really
good.
flustered him, and it is very cute. It's very cute.
That's adorable. I love her, and if he's gonna, worship the ground she walks on, then by all means, do it.
Then please.
She deserves it.
Yeah, so I guess that's our list of like 10 little artists that you should know because they're going to pop up. They'll probably pop up on your lists.
You'll come across these names at one point or another. I'm pretty sure that Loco has been on like a few of those shows, those collaboration shows.
Probably.
I think he was on the call with Timeen.
It's very possible. I mean, it's like that was like the trend of shows this year, and I do feel like there was a lot of overlap as to like who was on them because I feel like only a certain type of person has like the time and the skills
To be on
a show like that.
Totally.
Where you're just like writing music very quickly. Let's see. According to his Wikipedia page, Loco was like a judge on Show Me the Money and he won Show Me the Money in 2012, which is like a rap reality.
Yeah, that's what gave him his start.
Yes, and lots of people get started on Show Me the Money. And then he was a judge by like season 4. And then he was on It's Dangerous Beyond the Blankets.
Oh, okay. Schumann was on that show.
Yeah.
And so was Daniel. from 101.
Kung Daniel, yeah. And then I just have Hyena on the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
And then some show called Battle of One Voice. He did an episode with Gray.
Oh, okay.
Who we didn't bring up, but he's another rapper at J Park's label who, like, usually if you're looking at a list and it's like featuring Loco, it usually says Gray. Like they kind of go together. Yeah, so that was it. That was our little quick little list.
Yeah, that was our list. If you have like a featured artist that you see come across your iTunes or something and we didn't mention them, tell us who they are.
Yeah, love to. And check out all of these collabs and these people's solo work. I stand by most of it as pretty great.
Yeah, most of it, for sure.
All right. Well, that's that. And we'll be right back with our random game. Okay, we're back. And I think this week, for the first time in a while, it didn't seem like the random generator was listening to us.
No, it was
and being
truly
a creep.
random. It was truly random. It soothes my soul to know that it
Honestly,
can still
I
be truly random.
I said when the recording was off that like if it had picked like Verbal Gent or something, I would have just like smashed my computer or like had the studio exercised because it was starting to freak me out.
Yeah, it was getting too accurate.
Anyway,
This one's better
because it's hella random.
Yeah.
So we got a boy group.
A fairly newish one. They've only been around for like 2 years.
The way you say their name is Knakun, but it's capital K, capital N, capital K.
Yeah, and it's like knock,
Yeah.
right? K-N-K, knock.
It's supposed to stand for K-pop knock, to knock on the door of K-pop or something. Knakun. So yeah, they were a 5-member group.
Until just a few
Very
days ago.
recently,
Yes.
they became a
Or a few
4-member
weeks ago.
group and left their company.
Yes.
So on September 10th, 2018, member Yujin wrote a very sweet, too long, too apologetic, if you ask me,
Yes, but very sincere letter.
saying that like due to like a panic disorder and other like mental issues, he needed to just like not do this shit anymore.
Yeah, so they debuted in 2016 and he was their lead vocalist. And he recently came out and basically said was like, the pressure's too much for me and it's giving me panic attacks. So he has decided to quit.
Which then spurred the other 4 members to be like, hey, you know what? Our company sucks. And they've always sucked. So we're done too.
So they terminated their contracts with their company. And right now they're still being managed by Universal Japan because they have on October 11th, a Japanese album is going to come out.
No, that was last year.
Oh, of 2017? Oh, just kidding.
So they do apparently have Japanese representation under Universal, perhaps.
Yeah,
but
so
they have
they're
no
still-
Korean company at the moment.
No Korean company as of now.
In the limbo.
Maybe by the time this episode airs, they'll
Something-
be under
yeah.
Hyuna's company.
Yeah, exactly. Because she's going to scoop up all the abandoned artists and save them.
So we don't know that much about this group. I've never heard of them or their music. But
They're
they seem
not
like cute, sweet boys.
They're cute. They're not too young. They're all like in their mid-20s,
Mid-20s,
so we
we
don't have
checked.
to feel creepy.
Yeah.
And it looks like their most popular video is going to be their debut single, which was called Knock. So this is from 2016, and yeah, let's just
Here we go.
see how it goes. All right, we got creepy
Abandoned
locks.
building, dirty mirrors.
Oh, this is like dissonant and scary.
Oh, I don't know. I'm into it so far. They're really sexy dancing. This looks like it's going to be angsty, and I think I'm into it.
Yeah. Dirty, broken, like everything is broken and dirty.
Because their souls are broken. Yes. That's the one that left.
Yeah, I was about to say, oh, that hot one is the one that left.
Oh, he's so pretty. They're all pretty.
Yeah, this is a pretty group.
Wow, I love all of this.
That one kind of looks like Gonghyun's brother, who's in NCT. They kind of look the same.
Ooh, this just got dramatic as fuck.
There's so much happening in this music. Like, I'm very intrigued.
I love it.
Paper just burst into flames. White outfits.
I really like their choreography. He's very pretty. He sounds like Lay.
Got some really sharp jaws happening in this group.
Yeah.
I'm very into it. That one is really hot.
They're all so intense. Yes. They're so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame that these boys need better promotions.
This is cool as shit.
Yeah. This has like EXO level
Yes, it's
drama.
like slightly
to the-
like mama.
Yeah. You can hear the like violin. I wonder if all of their music is this grand.
I know.
Ooh, is that fringe?
Yeah. Fringe
It's a
leather
lot of
jacket.
fringe.
Oh, they're-
No, they thought it was a way out. But the door is locked.
They're locked. They're trapped. Oh no, don't sit in a bathtub in your clothes. So uncomfortable.
Ugh, they do it all the time. I love it!
Yes, sing it.
Yeah!
Oh my god. That was really good.
That was awesome! At least now we only need to know 4 of their names. I have room for 4 more boys in my heart. I can do it.
Wow. Well, that was great.
That
and
was
I'm
fantastic.
sincerely sorry to all of the Tinkerbell. Their fans are called Tinkerbells, by the
Yes.
way. I'm so sorry to all the Tinkerbells for this turmoil that has befallen your group.
I
But
know.
I hope
I'm
they make
sor-
it through.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that they're having a tough time because they are phenomenal.
Yeah, that was
singers.
great.
Was into that from the very beginning. They're all beautiful. I hope that the one that left takes care of himself and feels well, and that the ones that are still sticking it out find success.
someone to take care of them because that
Yeah.
was really good.
That was great. They
Wow.
deserve success. So here's to Kanaka.
Kanakun Whiting. All right. Well, it's
Time
that
for
time.
recommendations. You can go first.
I will go first. Give me one moment to pull up the exact title so that I can tell people what to look for. So as I mentioned earlier, I wanted to recommend some Dean because I do think that he's very, very talented. So there is a video on a YouTube channel that's called 88 Rising, number 8, RISING. It's like a 12-minute video, and it's called Dean is the New Prince of R&B. Is the title of the video, but it's just like 4 different set pieces of him singing songs like acoustically. Like the first one, he's like standing by like a riverside, and there's another one at the end where he sings one of my favorite songs, Half Moon, and he's just walking along like a park at night, and it's like all acoustic. Oh my God, it's so good. He's such a good singer. And I just like love it. And it's before he wrecked his hair and tattooed his neck. So I want to like live in that time forever. Yes, exactly.
88 Rising is a music label that specifically promotes Asian hip hop and R&B artists. They're the ones who did that Made in China song that I showed you.
Yeah.
They have a lot of interesting artists. So I didn't know that they worked with Dean. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to I couldn't decide. I have 2 recommendations, and Shannon's recommendation is like 12 minutes long. So
yeah, so I'm
going to recommend two songs.
That's fair.
My first recommendation is one that I had never watched before doing the research for this episode. It's a Jungigo song called Let Me Love You, and it features Chanyeol from EXO. The song is really beautiful and like nice. It's one of those songs that would fit really well in my like morning playlist. It's just a nice, sweet duet between like 2 pretty voices. And the music video is really cute. Neither of the artists are in it, but it's about like this like cheap movie set, I guess, in which they're making like some kind of Power Rangers movie, and like the sweet nerdy boy who's playing the villain like falls for the girl who's playing the pink Power Ranger, and it's a really cute love story. It's just, and he's wearing like a silly like cheap cockroach outfit the whole time, and it's just really fucking cute. So Let Me Love You by Jungigo is my first recommendation, and my second recommendation is a Zion T song. It's from his most recent album OO. And I'm recommending this because it features G-Dragon. So it has that K-pop crossover.
Yes.
It's called Complex.
Oh my God, yeah.
I love this song a lot. G-Dragon's voice fits really well with Zion T's because like they both have kind of a nasal quality to their voices. But yeah, I love Zion T, and I now love Big Bang and G-Dragon. So yeah.
Great.
Good one.
That's wonderful. I love it. Okay, well, that's it. As always, please leave us nice reviews, rate, subscribe, tell your friends, all those things. We're recording this on like National Podcast Day, so support podcasts.
Is today National Podcast Day?
Or internet? It's some kind of podcast day.
Oh, cool.
I work in podcasting, so it's like all anybody's been I'm like very plugged into the world. But listen to podcasts. Tell people about podcasts. They're great. And yeah, that's it. We'll be back next week. And if you want to find us or chat with us, we love to talk to you guys at AMAKPopPod on Instagram and Twitter, AMAKPopPod@gmail.com to send an email, AMAKPopPod.tumblr.com for all of the links. And as always, if you want to listen to us on YouTube, ask me about K-pop podcast on YouTube. And that's it. We'll see y'all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye. Chonghyun, you're our inspiration.
Thanks for introducing me to Zion T.